my girlfriend called and said, "Hey, you want to go to a party?" I said, "Yeah, sure." She said, "It's a backyard party. It's in Whittier. The bands are going to play there is really good." I go, "Okay, sounds good." So I got into my car, went to her house, picked her up. We had driven to a couple other friends' house and picked them up. So we were on our way. Good old Whittier had some of the best parties ever. We pulled up in the area where the party was and parked in the street. Got out of the car and we were making our way to the backyard. As we got to the fence, it was packed. I mean, there was people partying and screaming and having a good old time. The band was playing. There was beer. Back then we had kegs of beer, constantly going to the keg, filling up our plastic cup, having a good old time, you know. Well, we made it in the back gate, and there was someone behind me. He was a very tall guy with dark hair. I glimpsed at him and seen him standing behind me. He was bumping into me every once in a while. I didn't mind because, I mean, it was so crowded, we really didn't have much room. As we made it around to where the huge patio was and the band was, we were right in front. One of my friends went and grabbed us some beers and we were listening to the music, and the guy taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Vicky." He said, "Oh, my name's Rick." I go, "Oh, hi," you know. Now we talked about stupid things, you know, and school and different things like that. What school did I go to? How old was I? You know, stuff like that. And as the party started progressing and people were drinking more and having a good time and we're kind of getting nudged around a little bit, I started getting a really creepy feeling about this guy. He was pretty much right next to me the whole time, and it seemed like every time I would move over here or over there, he was right next to me. I didn't like that. I just had this uncomfortable feeling. So finally I whispered in my friend's ear, I go, "Let's go somewhere else. Let's move around somewhere else. This guy's right next to me." And she said, "Okay." So he wasn't really paying attention, and we sort of snaked our way far away, and our intention was to get away from this person. So we finally did that, and we were on the other side of the stage, patio, whatever you want to call it. And I looked at him, and he was just staring at me. And eventually the party got busted. Everybody had to leave. So we went around and asked some of the people that were leaving, "Is there another way to get out of here, you know?" And they said, "Yeah, there's a gate over here. You can go out there." So we went out a long way around, managed to get back to my car, and drove home. All in all, it was pretty fun. We had a good time. A few years later, there was a lot of things going on. There was a lot of things going on. The Night Stalker, you know, Richard Ramirez, and well, before his name even came out, there was a lot of murders going on, and they had descriptions of this guy. And I was pregnant with my first kid, and I seen on the news that he was attacking these homes that were yellow next to the freeway, and it just scared the living crap out of me. So I think it was a couple months later, I was still pregnant with my daughter. On the news, they caught the Night Stalker. Everybody was screaming, and all right, they caught him, you know. And people in East LA got a hold of him. He was trying to get in some woman's car, pushing her away, and everybody just bombarded him and beat the snot out of him. He was arrested and they finally put up a photo. I knew that guy. They started talking about him. He said his name was Rick. When they said that, it clicked. He was the one that was at the party. It was him. I met Richard Ramirez. I wonder what would have happened had we all decided to hang out together. You never know what can happen from one day to the next, from one moment to the next. Stay safe, people.